Dear sisters and brothers, we have heard the expression time and again, laughter is the best medicine. There's a lot of evidence that laughter does a lot of good things. New research reveals that laughter helps the blood vessels function better. Laughter causes vessels to relax and expand, increasing blood flow. The oxygen that the body really needs. This perhaps explains why laughter is believed to reduce pain as well as blood sugar levels. Research also shows that laughter helps in coping well with aging, and that elderly find a greater life satisfaction when they are able to laugh. On the other hand, laughter does not only give us a personal benefit, since it brings back a positive emotional climate. Research says that laughter would even improve relationships, job performance, solving complex problems. It puts people's brains on the same level between the humorous person and the listener. Now, this is the true laughter. It always takes two to take advantage of what laughter brings. This is different from the laughter of a person who laughs by himself or herself. Now that is a very different kind of laughter. This kind needs help and no longer healthy. The laughter that I'm referring about, dear friends, is what connects people in a positive way, and that according to research is what glues to good marriages and relationships. No wonder we find in our everyday life scenes, humor is added in various ways, in the entertainment, in TV shows, in signs, and especially in homilies. Priests, crack a joke before a homily, and if you fly, especially Southwest Airlines, as they give the instructions on what to do, they add up humor. You tend to laugh. So this is very much what we need, especially when we are beset with the human experiences and what it brings, such as the experience of being, laid off or losing a job, couples getting divorced, loved ones dying, children rebelling, friends betraying, other relationships crumbling. When such human experiences come our way, emotions like fear, anger, disappointments come to us, jealousy, betrayal. But we can temporarily amuse ourselves with laughter, with various entertainments, food, and diversion. We may be able to forget and disregard temporarily our sad human experiences, but I tell you, dear friends, we will never find the true experience of deeper peace and joy we actually look for. And this is where I'd like us to lead ourselves to the message of the gospel, the visitation of Mary to her cousin Elizabeth. And in this story, we see the dwelling of God and the offer of joy to these two women who have met. It is from the meeting of these two blessed and joyful women, Elizabeth and Mary, that I said blessed and joyful, because these women heard the message from God and carried it in their lives. That's what made them blessed and joyful. But it wasn't at all a pleasant moment when they initially received the message of God and carried it in their lives. Each of them also went through their sad human experiences as well. For instance, Elizabeth was barren, childless, till her old age. We know what that meant in biblical times. Barrenness means lifelessness, the end of the line, the absence of God, the effect of sin. Elizabeth's prayer to God when she finally conceived John in her womb in her old age was about gratitude to God for taking away disgrace from her before others. That was the sad human experience of Elizabeth. And on the other hand, we have Mary, who was the simple maiden virgin, 14-year-old, and then receiving this announcement from the angel Gabriel that she would conceive and birth a son. Now I just wonder what went through the mind of this 14-year-old girl when she heard the news from the angel. Of course, we can always come up with the same feeling. How can this be? I'm going to be a dead meat if they found out that I have a child within me. But it was a difficult moment. Instead, Mary's response was, I am the Lord's handmaid, let it be done to me according to your word. And so both of these women received the joy from God because they gave up control over their future and let God define their lives. Dear friends, if laughter is the best medicine to heal our physical being, there's still something more to it that brings true joy and true healing. I had the chance today to visit two elderly women. One is 93 years old and has liver cancer. And the other is 86-year-old woman, and her Parkinson's disease has gotten severe. And both of them already know that they're not going to live any longer. And they are both bedridden. Having received the phone calls myself as a priest from Judy, I thought to myself as the visitor, their priest who came to visit and bless them with the sacrament. Those of you involved in hospice care, or those who as a member of the family who is sick, you know what I mean. When you go then to them, we make the visit and care for those who can no longer take care of themselves. You bring them anything, perhaps a magazine, a flower, a fruit, or a plant. As the visitors, we carry the conversation for them. That is our full consciousness when we visit sick people. But you know, this afternoon, there was something special and unique about my visit to these two elderly homebound women. After listening to their stories of faith, how they raised their children, and how they handled each day with pain and the challenges of aging, I received some encouragement myself. I received an experience of joy, knowing that they had been loved, and their love for God was even more now in their dying twilight years. As I listened, I slowly discovered the power of suffering and the pure satisfaction of living at old age. I know it was their faith in God that helped them carry their burdens all these years. When I left their homes, I realized my visitation to them turned out to be God's visitation to me and those who surrounded them while we prayed. These two women gave us the courage and a renewed will to face our own challenges. After all, dear friends, God is always the first to visit when we may actually think we are visiting Him. He has already made the visitations to those who have kept Him in their lives. This is what makes the season and most people joyful at this time. And so, dear friends, during this season, let us not just look for simple laughter and joy and getting all in our wish list, but rather let us visit more families and friends, give them our time and our faith. By visiting them, joy will definitely find us. With these messages in mind, let us continue